Now we go over to soccer. We're gonna start with the Premier League. Manchester United still top of the table after 17 games, with Liverpool behind them at 33 points, 3 points behind. Manchester City is also third at 32 with one game in hand. Manchester United's been pretty well so far. Been doing pretty well so far, but I think they're gonna drop off eventually to a more Manchester United like.
Because we always love to fall off.
Yeah, I mean, make no mistake, they've made improvements. Rashford's been better this season and everything. That's what you like to see from the young players. But I don't think they're really a first place team like this. And I think they're still going to finish high, like top 5, but they're definitely not going to finish over Liverpool, Manchester City. Manchester City, a lot of people have been they haven't been as impressive as their record-breaking seasons, so it's been easy to kind of forget about them. But yet they're still right up. Yeah, and they're still in third place, and with a win that jumped right back in the second place, 1 point behind Manchester United. Liverpool, Manchester United this Sunday. That's going to be a fun game to watch. And obviously that could turn the tables for Manchester United, as with a win, Liverpool could jump over them in the table. Now over to Serie A, where AC Milan leads a pretty competitive league right now. Probably the most competitive Serie A has been in a while, and they're top by 3 points over Inter Milan. Then Roma and reigning champions Juventus are found at 4th place.
Surprised Juventus is so far down the table.
Yeah, they've had a monopoly on the league for so long now. The only one last season by 1 point. Also escalating competitiveness. I think this season's been a little more competitive because the reigning champs are 4th place right now.
It's always good to have that, especially in soccer.
Especially in top 5 leagues, obviously France, Spain, England, Germany, and Spain. Serie A and the French league were notorious for being one-sided. Juventus, PSG, and also the Bundesliga and Bayern over and over and over, and La Liga and the Premier League had a lot more competition year to year. But this year in all the leagues it's been pretty competitive, and I like to see the competitiveness. Lukaku and Lautaro Martinez are also playing really well for Inter Milan. Top scorer Ronaldo, 35 years old, 32nd of February, has been really impressive once again. Top scorer, 15 goals in 14 games, over a goal a game. So he's still playing amazing.
Definitely not the fault for having Juventus being that.
Yeah.
It's not dramatic at that far back, but being not in first place like
exactly.
They usually are.
Surprisingly, it's been their defense where they've been inconsistent. When obviously Serie A is notorious for being more defensively minded league, and Juventus for having one of the best defenses in all of Europe. But their defense has been letting them up this season in particular. But we'll see how that continues. But I still think that the other teams will continue giving them competition for the rest of the season. In La Liga, it's actually Atletico Madrid. With Real Madrid and Barca, they've been losing a lot more games than people would expect, albeit only 3 and 4, but it's Real Madrid and Barcelona, so obviously that's been shocking to a lot of people. And Atletico Madrid has 4-point lead over Real Madrid with a whole 2 games in hand with them, so they have a potential to go a whole 10 points clear of the table. They've won their last 5. They've been impressive. Luis Suarez has been a good addition, and Real Madrid and Barcelona simply haven't been able to catch up. Their defense, once again, Simeone, notorious, being famous as a defensively minded coach, having always being tough at the back, and he's only conceded 6 goals through 16 games. That's crazy. And Real Madrid and Barcelona just having inconsistencies. They've been tying with lower table teams, failing to score goals sometimes. Messi's out right now. We'll see how that goes. I like the competitiveness. Obviously, Atletico Madrid, you wouldn't expect them to be that high up. I mean, it's only 4 points, but they have 2 games in hand. And with the way they're playing, I think they do really have a real chance at the title, even though we're only 16 games in.
Mm-hmm.
At the Bundesliga, RB Leipzig, after selling Timo Werner and other talented players in the last few years, are actually the closest to giving Bayern competition, only 2 points back. Bayern, they've only played 15 games, or 16, depending on what team. And the spread between 1st and 5th is only 5 points. Another, historically, like in the last 10 or so years, it's been mainly Bayern. This year, it's pretty competitive.
So most of these leagues are really tight.
Yeah, it is. They have been. Last season, it was like That was a pretty decent victory for Bayern. 13 points over Dortmund. Dortmund's been struggling with inconsistency too. 5 losses already, and also 9 wins. They're in 5th place. I would think to be doing a lot better. Lewandowski's top scorer again. It's been fun to watch the Bundesliga. And in the Supercopa in Spain today, Real Madrid lost 2-1 to Athletic Bilbao, actually yesterday. And in Barcelona's game against Sociedad, they went on penalties. The final between Bilbao and Barcelona is Sunday. It's probably an interesting game. Barcelona and Bilbao have actually matched up many times over the last few years, and they're actually been pretty competitive considering it's Barcelona. So it's probably going to be a fun game to watch.